Welcome to Student Connections, where students connect with their community.
Hello and welcome to Student Connections. I'm your host, Brady Beaton. Today we're interviewing the Port Huron Patriots owners, Dave and Cindy Kinsman. Thanks for joining us. Now, how did you two first get involved with arena football?
Well, we came to Michigan from Missouri, and we watched a couple of games and heard that they were going to be leaving the area. And Dave came to me and said, they're not going to be having arena football anymore, or indoor football anymore, and how would you like to own a team? And so he got together with the CIFL and figured out how we could purchase a team, and it's all downhill from there, or uphill from there.
Yes.
Now, do you have any prior experience in football?
Well, my experience in football stems, really from when I played high school football, and then I joined the Army, and through my time in the Army, played on different football teams. So I don't have a college football history or anything, but the love of the game and being a student of the game is what I brought into this business.
All right, that kind of leads into the next question. What did you two do before you owned the Patriots?
Well, my husband is retired from the military. He works for the government now. I've been a nurse for 18 years. Other than that, neither one of us have ever actually worked with football of any kind.
Yeah, prior to coming up here to Missouri, I was in the home business. I built homes for 4 years after I retired. And we say I work for the government because it's a never-ending battle to serve our nation, do great things. I'm a disabled veteran, so that's how we refer to working for the government. But we transferred the management skills of building homes and operating a business right into the Patriots. So business is business. It's a different type of industry, but that was probably our strength coming into our first year.
Now, how many years have you been involved with the CIFL?
This is our second year.
Yeah, this is our second year with the Patriots and our first year with the Detroit Thunder.
So that's your other tie you have to the CIFL?
Yes. This year, working with the league, we had talked about putting a team in Detroit to complement the market here from Port Huron down to the Detroit Metro, but not until maybe as early as 2014 season. But there was a need for football in this market, and the Earth, Moon, Sun lined up. So we leaped forward to put a team into the Detroit area in the 2013 season.
Now, do you have any other roles with the team besides being the owner?
I am the financial manager. I also run the game day operations, and I have two other people that help me out with that. My husband is the head coach. He took on that role partway through the season last year and has continued that role. And he is the general manager. He oversees a lot of the operations. We both own the team, the Detroit Thunder, and then we have coaches and a general manager that works under us for that team.
Now, say I wanted to go to a Patriots game, how much would tickets run me?
General admission is $10. If you want to sit down on the field in what we refer to as a bowl, they're $16. We have quite a few different season ticket packages. Our home season started with the preseason with 10 games, and once we start the regular season, we're going to have another regular season package for people. The whole goal is to make Patriot football fun-filled family entertainment that they can afford. It's less expensive to bring your family to a Patriot game than it is to go to a movie.
Yeah. So are there any special deals on tickets that we can take advantage of?
Well, we offer all our military veterans gets one free season ticket. Any college student, teachers, police, or law enforcement, border patrol, first responders, we give them a 20% discount on season tickets and per game. So there's a little bit of savings. The Patriots, we want to give back to those people that's serving our community, and those are our real heroes out there every day doing great things for this community.
Also, we have 10 home games to include several preseason games, and you actually are only paying for 7 of those games.
Correct.
So you technically get 3 games for free.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And then, our Junior Star program, every Junior Star gets a free ticket. So, there's a whole bunch of things we're doing to help promote and, offset the cost for ticket sales.
So now the Junior Stars, that would be your youth program then?
That is correct. The Junior Stars we established last year to allow kids to come in ages 7 to 12. They get to learn the experience of indoor football, learn how to work as a team. It is a flag football. It is not tackle. It is for both boys and girls. Girls can play as well, and we do have girls that come in and play, and they do enjoy it. Like I said, they get to learn how to work as a team. They get to have fun as well. And they play their games that morning before the Patriots play. And we have Patriot players who come in and work with them as well.
Wow.
So they get a chance, kind of a one-on-one with the Patriot players, and they love it. And it's so much fun. Right now we are having tryouts for these, and they can sign up right now. We have extended that into January. So, if the family members want to still bring their kids in, they can and sign up. And they will be having, I believe, 7 games.
There'll be actually 6 games, and then we'll have a 2-game playoff situation, just for the sake of letting the kids compete at against the teams that have been winning, and we'll kind of go from there. And we have it broken down into 2 age groups. What we call the younger group, 7 to 10, and then the older group is actually 11 to 13. And that keeps the youth separated based on their age and skill level.
So you said this is the second year with the Patriots. How successful was your inaugural season, being an expansion team?
Well, we're considering it. It was a success. You have to measure your success on and off the field. And in this business, we're in the business for family entertainment. Sports entertainment is what our business really is. We can measure the success based on our win record. We were 4-6. We were below 500. On the same token, we measure, what fan base we were able to establish. We had a lot of bad blood to, heal in this community. With the prior team, with the Pirates, which was very successful on the field, and they left Port Huron, and then the Predators came in the year before and caused an enormous amount of bad blood. So we knew that coming into our first year, and we knew there was a lot of challenges. Well, with them challenges comes, it's going to take a lot of time to heal a community that was burnt. And when I say that, the question is, will we stay? Will we be able to make it? And I don't blame them. It is a challenge with any minor league indoor type sports. But we're committed. We know it's going to take 3 seasons here before people will rally around and say, hey, the Patriots, they know what they're doing. Yeah. So we're hoping the community can see what Cindy and I are trying to do, and that we're honest people. We're just trying to make it fun-filled family entertainment that they can afford.
Now, in the early stages of healing this bad blood, how have the fans supported you thus far?
Well, a lot of fans have dove right in. We have our fan base. It's faithfully there. We have our referee, which are some great people. They show up in refs. They've came to our meeting area on road games and brought food and drinks for a breakfast before we left. You know, we get mail and email from people. You know, we get response on our Facebook. You know, Port Huron is a football community, and you know, hockey is a sport that goes around and around. But you know, the real excitement, the fans come out, and I have faith that once we get into the regular season, McMorrin's going to be packed, and people are going to see the product on the field, and they're going to buy into the value they're getting when they come down for a Patriot game.
Now, with the second year in an expansion franchise, what are the expectations for this year's team on the field?
Well, on the field, I'm real excited. We have, during the off season, went back and really did a lot of lessons learned. What did we learn through the first year? And so this year, you know, we're looking for a certain type of talent. And I'm not going to go into this great detail of all the secrets, because you know, Saginaw Sting will be watching, and we don't want to give them any hints. But we've worked hard, the coaching staff, on designing what type of defense we want, what type of offense and special teams. You know, so I feel very, very confident with the talent of people we have. We're going to be able to produce on the field.
Now, the Blue Water area has lately has turned out some pretty solid players. Do you have any players that have originated from here?
Well, we have P.J. Jackson. He went to Port Huron, and we have a few other local players that are you know, that live here. But the true player that came from a Port Huron school is P.J. Jackson. We've had a lot of talent try out from the Port Huron area, and one of the key things that I sit down and talk with young athletes, that before they want to jump into Patriot football, they really have to decide if they're going to go to college. College comes first. You know, the indoor football is after college. This isn't a stepping stone from high school to college. If a player plays with the Patriots, they lose all their NCAA eligibility. So anybody that young player that comes from high school, I really talk with them hard about what they want to do in their future. And you know, I've probably had quite a few people that are not playing because they have a desire to go play college football somewhere, and that's what's most important, that they get their college education.
Now, you've talked about you want them to represent the community on and off the field. What would your ideal Patriot player be?
Well, the ideal player, and this was part of our recruiting recruiting criteria. First thing we look at is the character of the person. We can teach them a defensive scheme, an offensive scheme that we're trying to implement, but we can't teach them character. Character comes from within, and we're hoping they bring that from their parents, their environment. The second thing is professionalism. We want people that, if they don't know how to act professionally, they have the character that we can teach them to be professional. The Patriots is a professional organization, and that means their behavior and conduct in uniform, on the field, and off the uniform, off the field, is that of a professional person. And then thirdly is skill. And you know, most people look at skill as top, but skill, we can do great things on the field if we have character and we have heart. Those people can do great things, but a team filled with nothing but skill and no character will self-destruct. So that's our ideal person that we would want to put on a Patriot uniform.
Now, when we come to McMorrin, are we just going to see a game, or are there any like cheerleaders, mascots, anything for in-game entertainment also?
We do have cheerleaders, and we have a mascot. We introduced a mascot this year, and last Saturday we did introduce a name for our mascot. It is Abe. Our cheerleaders, we have implemented for the Patriots. Instead of having our own cheerleading team, we have taken from the area of Port Huron and beyond cheerleading groups. We bring them in and let them show their talent. And it is an opportunity for them to earn money to help with their organization. They can do 50-50 raffle. They can do bake sale, whatever they'd like to do to earn money and showcase their talent, bring their family in. They usually get free tickets for their family to come in and watch them perform. And the girls and boys, if there's boys, really enjoy coming in and performing, and then they get to sit and watch the game afterwards.
And we've reached out, and we're always reaching out for anybody in the community that is in the entertainment business that would like to come in during our show, which is our game, and entertain. We're open to any high school band, choir, drumline, any local person that says, hey, I got some talent and I'd like to be a host, come to the Patriot game and showcase their talent. So our door is open for local people, and that's our theme. We want people from this area to come in and have an opportunity to entertain.
We also like young local talent to come in and sing the national anthem for us as well. And we've had several young ladies come in and sing for us, and they do a very good job, and it's nice to have that. The crowd really loves to hear them sing.
Now, for so long, McMorran's been known as a hockey rink here in the Port Huron area. How long does it take to transform it into the arena football stadium that the Patriots play in?
Well, that's a very good question, because last Friday night at the hockey game, I was the mascot. I wanted to learn what it's like to be a mascot. The game was over, and then when I came back at 8:30 the next morning, the field was down. So what's amazing is McMorran has a staff that as soon as hockey's over, they start transforming the ice, the glass, into what we see as our turf is down and pads are up and we're ready to play football. They do that through the night. And many games, as soon as we're done with a football game, they're starting to roll turf up and they're starting to transform our football field back to hockey. And that happens game in and game out. So there's a good I would say 9 hours of hard work by an enormous amount of people that transform McMorran hockey into Patriot football.
Now, the Patriots aren't the only team in Michigan. I know there's a Saginaw franchise, and like you said, there's a Detroit franchise. Are there any rivalries between those teams or any other out-of-state teams?
Yes. Well, last year, being our first year, I wanted to stir the pot a little with Saginaw. So I established and worked it out with them where we called it the Michigan Cup. And unfortunately, we fell short on a couple of games with Saginaw, so they have the Michigan Cup. But them games, especially the game we had here at McMorran, was a fierce fought battle, and I anticipate that to continue. February 23rd, when Saginaw comes into Patriot football, we're ready for one heck of a battle, and we're going to take that Michigan Cup back. Now this year there's 3 teams between the Detroit Thunder, Patriots, and Saginaw. So the way it'll work, each team will have an opportunity for 4 wins. Of the 3 teams, who gets the most wins amongst the Michigan teams wins the cup for the year. So I think it's ready to bring that Michigan Cup back to Port Huron where it belongs.
You're playing the Detroit franchise. How does that work if you're the owner of both teams and the head coach of the Patriots franchise?
That's a great question. That is a great question because for the league, Cindy and I joke around about it. I represent the Detroit Thunder with the CIFL, and Cindy represents the Port Huron Patriots. Though I'm the head coach for the Port Huron Patriots, and people say, well, if I mess up and don't win, she's going to fire me. And I says, well, I've been answering to Cindy for 4 years now, so there's nothing new. It's a little humor between us, but the truth of it is we set up the Patriots and the Thunder as two separate identities. I manage most of the details for the Detroit Thunder. I hired a general manager, Mike Piasecki, and his job is to make the Thunder win. We have a head coach, Terry Foster, which is a brilliant coach, knows the business. His job is to win on the field. When I talk with them, that's what I want. I want perfection, I want production, and I want wins. Now, on February 9th, our season opener, the Patriots host the Thunder. And that morning, we shake hands, say good luck, and best man wins that night. And for Cindy and I, one way or another, we're going to win that night, no matter what.
It's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win. But it's completely professional. We expect them coaches and them players to go out and play their heart out because that's what they get paid to do.
And final question, when is your next game for all our viewers out there?
Our next game will be January 19th. The Patriots take on the Southern Michigan Timberwolves. They're a great organization. They're out of Monroe, Michigan, and we played them last year, and actually the Patriots had to come back late in the game to win. We're anticipating a heck of a battle. So on January 19th, people can come in and watch Patriot football.
All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Brady Beaton for M6, your hometown station.
On the frigid Thursday morning of February 14, 1929, at about 10:30 a.m., there were 7 Irish mob associates handling illegal trafficking of alcohol at the SMC Cartage Company on North Clark Street near Chicago's North Side. Soon, men from the South Side Italian gang, led by Al Capone, busted through the warehouse doors. The first 2 were dressed as police officers. The fake police officers ordered the 7 Irish gang members to line up on the wall. The men pled that the alcoholic beverages were not theirs. The imposters walked through the warehouse, turning up tables and looking through boxes of illegal alcohol as if they were looking for something. The policemen became irritated with the pleading Irishmen and pulled out their guns. An open fire of bullets rained down upon the defenseless victims. As the bloodstained bodies hit the floor covered with empty gun shells, the final bullet count was over 90 shells from submachine guns, shotgun, and a revolver. The quartet left the scene of the crime in a black Cadillac touring car that looked similar to a police cruiser at this time. Sadly, Capone missed the excitement of this bloody day. He was vacationing at his beach house on Palm Island in Florida. This gave Capone an airtight alibi for his whereabouts, and he denied all knowledge of these cold-blooded killings. But few ever believed Capone. No one ever went to jail for pulling the trigger on what became known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of the 7 defenseless men in the Clark Street garage, which was demolished in 1967.
December of 1941, Japan bombed the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor. In April of the following year, the United States military proposed a raid to take revenge on the Japanese. This raid was called Doolittle's Raid because the lieutenant colonel that led the raid was James H. Doolittle. The idea for the raid was to take 16 B-25 bombers on the carrier Hornet to within 400 miles of Japan and launch them to attack key military targets around Tokyo. However, the carrier was spotted out at 600 miles and the bombers had to launch early. At 8 a.m. on April 18th, the planes were off. They managed to hit most key targets, and although none of the bombers reached the airfields in China, only a few crewmen were killed. However, some were taken in as prisoners of war. Did you know our second president, John Adams, along with his vice president, Thomas Jefferson, once traveled to Stratford to visit Shakespeare's birthplace? While there, they took a knife to one of Shakespeare's chairs so they could take home some wood chips for souvenirs. And now you know.